All right. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our queens and all our kings here on the meeting platform and, of course, on the varied YouTube channel. As you know, In It to Win It is the order of the day for this program, and it is from Loretta Shadari, international, globally recognized singing and recording artist. And so at this time, we will be sharing that music video. So please take a watch. In It to Win It.
We are Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Loretta Shadari. Really appreciate. All right, moving right along. As you know, that the program today has has long been awaited, the re-arrival of our one and only naturopathic doctor, Queen Jacqueline Warner, who, was away for a while doing her personal stuff. And we really appreciate this wonderful woman, inspirational speaker, entrepreneur, talk show host, grandmother of of 10, 10, and quite possible, because of this few months of absent, it might be 11 or 12. Who to tell? Twin might twin, twin might came up at some point. But anyway, all right, wonderful. So we have none other than Queen Jacqueline Warner, and she's going to be looking at, as you know, she's in the natural field, naturopathic doctor, if you please, living cancer free. And I tell you, a lot of people, have cancer. I think it's one in every 12 or something like that. It's a lot in the US that really have cancer. All right. So living cancer free, Queen naturopathic doctor Jacqueline Warner. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Derrick. It's a pleasure. I'm so glad. I'm happy about the warm welcome. I'm happy to be back on this amazing platform. Deep dive, changing lives globally, the one and only. And so many other things that you're doing, Dr. Derrick. You and your wife, amazing, amazing. I love each and every one of you. I am so glad to be here. Yes, I have been away, but all is well, and I am back. I don't want to say that I'm probably expecting another grandbaby again, but most likely that's what's taking place. Anyway, God is good and forever faithful. Thank you, Dr. Derrick, for allowing me to even be part of this amazing platform. And thanks to all the members. You've been faithful, you've been consistent, and may God continue to keep and sustain each and every one of you. Yes, tonight the topic is living cancer free. You know, um, and it's a topic because, like Dr. Derrick said, probably 1 out of 12 people have cancer, and it's growing, even here in St. Martin. A matter of fact, my the electrician who worked on my fuse box before I left to travel, unfortunately, on Monday I went to his funeral. I couldn't believe it. He never even looked like he had cancer. The man never complained, and I was looking forward to having him do some more work for me, more electrician work around the house. But unfortunately, he went home to rest. And an amazing guy, and so many other people. So we really have to learn, or have to choose. We got to choose life. We got to choose our health. And most of all, we got to choose our purpose. Because God gave us a life, this vessel that He loaned onto us, to live an abundant life, to live a healthy life, to live a joyful life, to live a life of purpose. And so at times we take things for granted, and not that we choose to, because this started decades ago. The food industrial, all that stuff that started long time ago. They putting chemicals in our food. We got the air to worry, the environment to worry about. We got the water we drink to worry about. And so we have to be more cautious and make more wise decisions. And most of all, we have to rely on our Heavenly Father, trust and believe in Him wholeheartedly, because He's the author and the finisher. It starts with Him and it ends with Him. Okay. So I just want to say it once again, good evening to everyone. And I miss each and every one of you. Even the ones that's not present today, I still miss them because we are family. And our YouTube followers, I welcome you also. It's a pleasure, like I said, to be here once again. So before I say anything else tonight, I want you to do something for me. I want you to take a deep breath. I also will take a deep breath. You can go ahead and do so. And when you take the first one, take another one. You know? And now I want you to think about something. What if tomorrow wasn't promised? And usually it's not promised according to God's word. So it's actually a privilege. It's a blessing when we open our eyes in the morning and look at our ceiling or look outside and see the beautiful sky and the sun coming through our window. You know, or hearing the birds chirping in the morning. That is a blessing. Or hearing the cars or people talking. That's a blessing. You know? And what would you do differently if tomorrow wasn't promised? Would we try to do everything we could do? Would we start traveling? Would we call our friends? Would we start forgiving people? I think we will do a lot of things different if tomorrow wasn't promised. But because we're taking it for granted when we wake up in the morning that tomorrow will come again. And for some, tomorrow doesn't come. For my electrician, Charles, tomorrow didn't come again. And for many others. I just had a girlfriend in South Carolina, you know, thank God I knew her she died of cancer again. My sister, God bless her little soul and rest in awesome peace, died of cancer. Didn't have a clue. You know? So who would you call? Who would you forgive? What would you stop worrying about? What dream would you finally pursue? And most importantly, how would you treat yourself? You got to think about those things that I just mentioned. Even me myself, you know, there's some people probably on our list that we haven't spoken.
He wears.
Queen Jacqueline
Genesis
Warner.
50:20 says,
You have to unmute yourself.
what God meant
Sorry.
to good. Evil may begin the sentence, but when God holds the pen, evil does not get to place the period.
Okay. No one heard me, or I just got muted.
You are looking at the new operations
No,
manager.
about a minute or two.
Manager.
Okay.
The janitor heard Tracy and Mr. Grant
So
planning
just,
everything.
you know, just think about it. What if tomorrow wasn't really promised? And we will do things differently. We will do things we probably never thought of doing. We will be calling and talking to people we never spoke to.
These must have cost a lot. My salary increased. I wanted to do.
And then you got to think, how would you treat yourself? You see, sometimes it takes a diagnosis, you know, and sometimes when people get a diagnosis, they can't even fathom it. They like stuck. They're lost. They almost like they're in a trance. They don't even know the direction to go or what to do. You know, they will do the things that they know that they will need to do. But as far as their health, would they be able to do anything differently? And it all starts, like Dr. Derrick talks about, this mindset. Because God created this body to cure and heal itself. But when we let chronic diseases become an identity, then the fight is already over. The battle. There's no battle. There's no war. People give up. And we don't want to get to that stage. We want to do everything in our power to do what we can do for ourselves and our friends and our families and our neighbors. It's a community thing. We're here to help one another. Or a doctor's report, or health care, or the loss of someone who we love before we realize something very important. We don't have to wait till the doctor gives us a diagnosis. We don't have to wait till our loved ones passed on and then say, oh my God, I think it's time I need to do something. Life is happening right now, not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. And that is why tonight's topic is so important to me and to all of us, because all of us have lost someone to cancer. Now, living cancer-free. Now I want to make something very clear from the beginning. Living a healthy lifestyle does not mean that we can guarantee that we will never get cancer. Because I have heard survivors said, I did everything I had to do. I exercised, I ate right, I did all that, and boom. So cancer is complex. And sometimes cancer happens even when people have done many things right. Okay? But there are things we can do. There are choices that we can make, better choices. We can become more intentional about our health. We can reduce certain risks. We can listen to our bodies. We can get appropriate screening and medical care. And we can choose to live our lives with purpose, instead of fear. Dr. Derrick talked about that. Fear. That we're supposed to, the opposite of fear is faith. Having faith. I remember the doctor telling my sister, only you can heal yourself. And I was shocked to hear a doctor say that, because I never hear a doctor spoke like that. And he was so right. So tonight I'm not here to scare anybody. I'm here to wake us up. And the first question, let me ask something. How many of you take better care of everybody else than you take care of yourself? And I could say that for myself, even though I take care of myself to some extent, but sometimes I do a little more for others than I do for myself. And a lot of us do. I remember my sister took so good care of her husband, and she didn't take care of herself. And a lot of caregivers does that. Queen Miriam talked about that. How to take care of yourself while taking care of your loved one. Because you can't leave yourself out. You take care of your children. We take care of our grandchildren. We take care of our spouse. We take care of our parents. We take care of our business. We take care of our job. We take care of everybody. And then when it comes to us, or you, or me, we say, I'll take care of myself later. Well, tonight, I want to tell you, later has become now. Okay, we got to start doing it now. We can't wait for later. Later can be a diagnosis. Later can be a heart attack. Later can be anything. Because you cannot pour from an empty vessel. And you cannot continually give your best to everyone else while giving yourself the leftovers, putting yourself on the back burner. I'll do it later. Later might never come. So you got to say, I matter. You matter. Okay? So it starts with our mindset. And that's what Deep Dive is about, been about, is about, and will always be about. The mindset. We got to get our minds right because it starts here. It doesn't start from our feet, it doesn't start from our stomach. It starts here. And the first place we have to begin, you know where? It's not in the kitchen. It's not in the gym. It's not in the doctor's office. It's in our mind. That's where it all starts. Because before our behavior changes, our thinking has to change first. So, what are you saying to yourself every day? I'm getting old. A lot of people say that. I'm getting old. I'm tired. That sounds so positive, doesn't it? Nothing is going to change. Everybody in my family gets sick. This is just the way it is. No, that's not the way God planned it to be, and that's not the way it is. We got to get out that negative path right there. Negative saying, myths. Or are you saying, I'm going to do everything within my power to take better care of myself? And there is a difference. A healthier mindset does not mean pretending problems don't exist. That will be a deception. Okay? It means refusing to surrender your hope. You know, it means saying, I may not control everything that happens to me, but I can control how I respond and what I do with what I have been given. And sometimes the first medicine we need is a new conversation with ourselves, yourself and God. So now, what are you putting into your body? That's important too, because gut health starts from your mouth. It don't start in your stomach. It starts for what enters our mouth. Now let's talk about food. Because we can talk about health without talking about what we are putting into our bodies. Definitely. Food is information. Food provides nutrients that our bodies need to function. And we have to start asking ourselves, is this food nourishing me? Or am I simply eating because I'm hungry? Or that it looks good? Or that it tastes good? We got to ask ourselves those questions. You know, sometimes I go in the supermarket and I might want, and then I say, I really don't need that. Or I will read the ingredients and say, I don't even read them. If it has a paragraph or two, I said, Lord, that's too much reading for me. Leave it right there. You gotta start using wisdom. Because once you get the understanding, it will make it easy to make wise decisions. But if you don't choose not to understand or choose not to care or worry about our health, then we don't have to do none of these things. We just could just throw in the towel, surrender. So are we eating enough vegetables and fruits? Some people doesn't eat a lot of vegetables. They eat more starch than vegetables. Sometimes there's three starches. And thank God if they put a little pinch of salad on there. Because the starch is less expensive. So they will fill your plate, especially if you eat out, with starch. And if you don't say, wait a minute, that's too much. Take some of that off. Oh, I don't want that. Give me some more vegetable. You can control. You're spending the money. You're in control of what goes on your plate and into your mouth. Okay? Are we eating whole foods? Are we getting adequate protein and fiber? That helps our gut. That helps our colon. And are we relying too heavily on highly processed food, which is carcinogens, and that only help the cancer stem cells to become more powerful within the body because they are there. They just need to be activated. Okay? And are we consuming excessive added sugars? The label clearly tells you we have 5 sugars plus 16 added sugars. And we don't even know what those sugars are. But at least you know there's a label, and it's you have we have the control of reading the label. We're responsible for reading the label. That's why it's there. And if you don't read it, that means you don't care about your health, about your loved ones, or your purpose or your future. Just think about all the things. Then God gave us an abundant life, and we still really don't care about the life that we was given, because we can't give our own life. We can't. You know? And are we consuming excessive amounts of processed meats? You know? Meats that not even are meats. That's how dangerous it is out there. You could be eating a meat that I remember I went out with my in-law, and we went to I think it was Applebee's, and I'm there chewing and chewing, and I'm like, this thing tastes like rubber. What's going on? And so we asked the waitress a question: is there a chef on stat on the floor in the kitchen? And she sometimes that means all the food is being preheated. That's why there's so many people in the kitchen. And the food is coming out quick. But it's not real. And these are questions worth asking. But let me tell you something else. There's no magical food. There's no magical juice. There's no magical herb. There's no one supplement that can guarantee that you will never develop cancer. We have to stop looking for one miracle answer and start looking at the whole lifestyle. Because health is not actually usually built by one big decision. It's built by hundreds of little decisions. What did I eat today? Did I move today? Did I get enough rest? You know, did I manage my stress? Did I drink enough water? Did I do something that brought me joy? Those are the little decisions that adds up. We got to move our body. I was in a supermarket, and one of the workers there, well, we know each other by me going to the supermarket. And I said, I looked at her and I said, well, don't gain no more weight. She said, I'm trying not to. I need to move more. I said, yeah, you could do some chair yoga. She said, well, that's what I'm doing. I said, and you could walk around your house. She said, I'm doing that too. Movement is important. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to run around the field. You could just sit in your house and do it. Move your legs, move your body. If you have stairs, go up 2, come down 2. You know, do what is manageable for you. Don't do what other people are doing. There's no competition, you know? So now somebody may be saying, Jackie, I don't like exercising. Well, let me tell you something. I am not asking you to become an Olympic athlete, for sure. You just got to move your body. You just got to walk. You got to stretch. You know, the other morning I went out to the field to walk, and my back was kind of stiff. I said, boy, let me do some stretches. I think I did 10. And I felt it great. I said, oh my God, I didn't even do 50. I didn't do 25. I just did 10. And right away, I was able to walk erect. So you don't need a lot. You just need to move. You could dance if you like dancing. You know, get up and dance. If you like doing your garden, go in the garden. There's stretching, there's movement. You're grounded in the soil. You can do it barefooted if you know your grounds. You know, you could so many things that you do in the garden that you're moving the body and moving parts that we're totally unaware of. You can swim if you love swimming. Go to the Y. If you got beaches close by, or a lake that is healthy, somewhat healthy, that you trust, go take a swim. I remember as a little girl, I used to see the nuns because I was in the hospital, and I would see them go down early morning. That's around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and they will go and take a little swim before getting their morning started. So movement is very important. Play with your grandchildren. Just don't be a grandmother. Play with them. Run. Do little things that you can do. Even if you got to stop and take a little breath, because I know I do that too. Okay? And I take a walk around your neighborhood. Park the car and said, I'm just going to go just walk around here. Go to the mall after work if you don't, and just walk around. Do something. Move. Find something you enjoy doing, because movement is part of taking care of this body that God gave us. And here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to change everything in one day. You start small, 10 minutes. I see they have Tai Chi 9 minutes a day. 9 minutes. And that's even nice because it's nice and gently and smooth, but yet it's attacking those muscles and toning the body, and you're moving. Then 15, then 20, you can move it up. It elevates, it increase. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency. And then we got to learn how to manage our stress, because stress actually kills. Stress is actually inflammation to the body. Now, here's one that I believe we don't talk about enough. It's stress. Some of us are carrying things that we were never meant to carry forever. We're carrying anger. And God talks about it in His Word. Don't let the sun go down with you being angry at anyone. Clear that up before the sun go down. So it tells you that anger is not something good. Not saying you can't get angry, but don't let it become your identity. Lest they say, oh, she's an angry bird. She's always angry. We're carrying disappointment. Yes, people are going to disappoint us. That don't mean we got to carry it for the rest of our life. You get over it. Toss it back at you. Okay, move forward. We're carrying around unforgiveness. You don't think that gets you sick? That gets us sick. Forgive people and move on. When you said, your Heavenly Father, please forgive me for my trespasses as I forgive those who trespass against me, what do you think that means? It's talking about forgiving people. Because if we can't forgive our brother or sister or mother, whomever, have hurt us or disappoint us, then how is God going to forgive us? We got to think that, it starts with Him and ends with Him. It don't end with your mama or your papa or your sister. Okay? We're carrying old relationships. Why? We're carrying things people said to us 20 years ago. I remember my sister carrying that stuff for years, over 20 years. And when an elder spoke to her and explained her the reason mom was like that or things happened that way, everything just went away. One time, like it was magic. You got to learn to leave things alone. Leave them, let them go. Because if you don't let them go, they're going to carry you down. And we're walking around wondering why we're exhausted. Excuse me. We're exhausting our own self. At some point, you have to say, I am not carrying this no more anymore. Let it go. Forgive. Set boundaries. Get help when you need it. Pray, rest, take a walk, sit quietly, talk to somebody you trust because your health is worth protecting. I need to get some water. And don't forget about joy, not happiness, joy. Because joy lasts for eternity, I will say. You know? Now, this is where I really want to stop for a moment. Because we want to know, I want to know, where is your joy? I'm serious. Where is it? You know, when was the last time you laughed and until your stomach hurt? I know I have some of those laughters. And I remember um, lately, and I could talk about one when I was in, I think, not elementary, but junior high. And I was in a classroom and somebody did something. Let me tell you, I was laughing so bad. I told the teacher, I can't stop laughing. And I was just laughing and laughing and laughing and could not stop. That's a good laugh. Oh, even a hug. And you know when the last time somebody give a real hug, some people hug you halfway. You can tell it's halfway, or they give you a little pat. That's not a hug. A hug is when you can feel it. Both of you can feel it, and you say, ah, after. That's a hug, not a pat on the shoulder. We got to be real with ourselves. We're not real enough, you know? And when was the last time you did something simply because it made you happy? Like helping, paying for someone groceries at the grocery store, or helping an elderly to cross the street. Things that really make you feel good, that goes to the bottom of your stomach, you know, and really, it really feels good. Or when was the last time you really watched the sunset? Some of us don't get home past the sunset, so we don't get to even see the sunset. Or look at the sunset, look at the rising of the sun. You know, sometimes I'm walking in the field and you can just see the sun creeping up, creeping up, creeping up till it gives you a big burst of light. You know, that's all so special. We take the simple things for granted that means more than anything else in the world. Or sit in your garden and just look at the flowers and I talk to them. You're looking good. You know, you glad mama home? You know, talk to them. You're not looking so well. What's wrong? Play with your grandchildren, like I said before. Call an old friend. It doesn't matter how long it been. Just call and say, girl, my mind just ran across you. How have you been? I would love to see you. Dance in your kitchen. It's okay. Put your favorite music on. Do some worship, praise dancing in your kitchen or throughout your house. Sometimes we become so focused on surviving that we forget to live. And I remember times when I was like, oh my God, it's just like I'm on a survival road. Am I just surviving? I am not even living? You know, get up, go to work, pay my bills, come back, do the same thing, maybe get a meal, maybe not get a meal, get a little rest, back to the same old thing. Oh my gosh. If I don't go to work, I can't pay my bills. If I don't go to work, I can't eat. Lord help me. I'm tired. That can make you tired. And I want to tell somebody tonight, don't wait until you get sick to appreciate being well. Please don't. Because let me tell you, sometimes coming in is more better than going out. Okay, so don't wait until you lose something to appreciate what you have. That's why we talk about being content with what we have right now. And right now we got life. Right now we got our health. Right now we got all our scruples. We can think for ourselves. We can do things for ourselves. That's why we got to be so grateful. And don't wait until somebody is gone to tell them you love them. Tell them now. Because they can't hear you when you're dead. I be at funerals and I hear people saying, "Oh, I love you and I miss you." It's too late. Say it while they're alive. Bring my flowers, like people say, while I'm alive. Show me that you love me now. Because once a person is sleeping, they are sleeping. And they're not waking up. Okay? Until God wake them up. And don't wait until tomorrow. Because the old people always say, do what you can do today. Because tomorrow is not promised. So you got to live today. And have gratitude. And gratitude changes the perspective. I want you to participate with me for a moment. Whatever you are right now, I want you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for. I know I'm grateful to be alive, for sure. And I'm grateful to be part of my children's life. I am grateful for being part of Deep Dive. I'm just grateful for life itself. I could have been dead a long time ago. And we see how God saved us from a lot of things, even death. Even though we have to die one day, He even saved us from death because He has His own timing for each and every one of us to leave. We don't have to leave the planet immaturely. So don't type them yet. Just think. 1, 2, 3. Now think about this. There are people who would give anything to have life, and you are living today. So somebody will love to have the body that you're complaining about. Somebody will love to have the home you're complaining about. Somebody will love to have the family you're frustrated with. Somebody will love to have the opportunity that you are taken for granted. And I'm not saying we shouldn't want more. I'm saying want more while appreciating what you already have, and that's gratitude. So, what can we learn from cancer survivors? Now, let's talk about cancer survivors because survivors have a perspective that many of us don't have until we walk through the valley ourselves, and that's true. So, every cancer journey is definitely different. Many survivors experience fear. First of all, the uncertainty, they don't know, exhaustion, changes in relationship, changes in their bodies, changes in how they see life altogether. And many discover something profound along the way, that life is actually precious. And some people just don't even get the opportunity to realize how precious their lives is. They don't get a second chance. And things that once seemed so important suddenly aren't important anymore. I could tell you that for sure. Watching a lot of people passed on, or while they were sick before they passed on, nothing mattered. What they eat didn't matter. What they wore didn't matter. If the house was clean or dirty, let me tell you, none of that mattered. Waking up, walking, breathing, hugging someone they love, seeing another sunrise. And sometimes survivors say, I stopped putting my life on hold. They start really enjoying their life because they know how close they came to not having, to losing their life. And that is the lesson I want us to learn before the diagnosis. Don't wait for the wake up call. Wake up now. Love yourself. And I'm not talking about vanity, and I'm not talking about stewardship. Your body is the vehicle through which you live out your purpose. Because if you don't have that body, you can't live, you can't do anything, you can't dream, you can't do nothing. Everything finito fanata. So love yourself enough to take care of ourselves. Love yourself enough to say no. Love yourself enough to rest. Love yourself enough to eat better. You choose the foods that are good for your body. It don't have to be no trendy diet. Just pick the things that are good for your body. Don't say, "Oh, that costs too much." That's that. I can't. So you're gonna eat bad because it costs too much. You're gonna jeopardize your health, your purpose, your life because it costs too much. Everything costs. Everything costs. Even if it's 2 pennies or 2 pennies less, or 2 pennies more, it still costs. It doesn't matter. Can't get away from it. That's the world we live in. Love yourself enough to get the screenings appropriate for your age and personal risks. Don't put it off. A lot of men don't like to do the prostate examination. I know that because I work in the medical field, and they just don't like it. And hardly any men come in to check for prostate unless it's done through the blood work and they see the PSA numbers are high. That's how most of the time they determine. Okay? Sometimes they don't really know. Love yourself enough to stop putting yourself last. Because taking care of yourself is not selfish. It allows you to continue giving. Because if it's no more you can't do anything. You can't love your children, you can't do anything. So don't be afraid of medical care. And let me say this because I believe balance is important. Holistic and medical work hand in hand. Okay? Especially if you've gone too far. But a holistic approach is when you want to live cancer free. Okay? By letting the food be the medicine, like Queen Rosalind would say, and not the medicine being your food. Simple as that. Know your family history. Talk to your healthcare professional. Get the screening appropriate for you. Pay attention to changes in your body. If something doesn't seem right, don't ignore it. And a lot of times we do that. We figure it'll go away. But, and I'll let you know, it sure will come back again. It will show up. And worse than the first time. So don't play with it. And if you are facing cancer, don't abandon proven treatment because someone promised you a miracle cure. We can believe in nutrition. We can believe in lifestyle. We can believe in prayer. We can believe in holistic wellness. And we can also be wise about medical care too. Because, research has been going on and now they're really saying, oh, this works. This can stop. Now they're putting two together. It took them decades, but they're getting there slowly but surely. Okay? And these things don't have to fight each other. There's not a competition going on. Your diagnosis is not your identity. Remember that. And now I want to speak to somebody who may be watching tonight who has cancer. Maybe you are currently in treatment. Maybe you finish with treatment. Maybe you're waiting for test results. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But listen to me carefully. Your diagnosis is something you are experiencing. It is not the totality of who you are. You are still somebody's mother, somebody's father, somebody's grandmother, somebody's grandfather, somebody's friend, somebody's inspiration. You still have value. You still have purpose. You still have a story. Cancer may be a chapter in your story, but it does not have to be the whole book. So the book of your life, and that what brings me to the closing. I want you to imagine tonight that your life is a book. Some chapters have been beautiful, of course, and some chapters have been painful, and some chapters have brought tears, and some chapters have brought laughter. So maybe there are chapters you wish you could erase. But here's the thing, if you're still breathing, the book isn't finished. You hear me? If you are still breathing, the book isn't finished because there are still pages to write. There's still people to love. There's still places to go. You know, there's still dreams to pursue. There's so much for us yet to do. And there's still lives to touch. No matter how old we get. You hear me? There's still a lot to be done. Okay? So there's still prayers we still got to pray, and there's still purpose, there's still life. So the Bible, you find the Bible says in John 10:10, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. You see God talking about that? Jesus came not to condemn us, to lift us up, to give us hope, direction. An abundant life doesn't mean a life without challenges. Of course, there's going to be challenges, but it means we choose to live fully in spite of them. So tonight, I want you to make a decision, not a decision based on fear, a decision based on love. Love your body, love your mind, love your life, love the people you're surrounded by here on Deep Dive. You know, love yourself enough to make a healthier choices. You know, we need to live or love yourself enough to forgive. Love yourself enough to rest, to move, to ask for help. Love yourself enough to say, I matter. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, don't just wake up with purpose. Take a deep breath, give God thanks, look in the mirror, and tell yourself, I am still here, I am still standing, and I have purpose. And I still have work to do. And I choose to live, not tomorrow, but today. Because the goal isn't simple to live longer, the goal is to live better, to live with purpose, to live with joy, to live with gratitude, to live with love, and to live with faith, and to make every page of this life count. So I thank each and every one of you for your listening ear. I think I spoke too much tonight, but it's all needed. And I hope this brings some kind of comfort and understanding and helping us to live a better life with gratitude and love. And to know that we matter, our life matter. And we're here for a purpose. We have a purpose to fulfill. Our book is not finished yet. Thanks. And back to you, Dr. Derrick. Appreciate each and every one of you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
You're welcome.
That
You're
was
welcome.
amazing.
Ooh.
Goodness. A well-deserved break, and you came back on fire. Fire, fire, fire. Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
Really
sir.
appreciate. But what one of the things that I would like to add with what you said is that I don't know why people choose to shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, it sounds a little bad when I say it that way, but that's what we do.
Yep.
We hear all of these good, wonderful
Information.
directives and information. Right, thank you. Right? And we still go back and do the wrong things that we have been doing and expect the change and expect to get better without doing anything. I don't know, you
It
know.
won't work.
So, oh boy. Anyway, thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. Any, hold on, let me see. Let me see these. There's some things in the chat. Yes, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Love yourself, take control before it is too late. Thank you very much, Queen Nancy. And she said again, I have missed you. At least we need someone to remind us. Everyone is too busy looking for the big box, but forget about the baseline first, which is you, which is yourself.
Yeah.
And then thank you very much again, Queen Nancy. And then Queen Dr. Nadu says, whatever will be. So let's enjoy today. All right, thanks. Enjoy today.
Yep.
Wonderful. All right, let me see if there's any. Um,
There was
right. Okay, all right. Don't see anything on the YouTube channels. All right, so basically, any other comments or questions, you can raise your hand or just unmute and speak if you so desire. At this time, anyone? All right, so I guess that is it. Okay, cool. All right. So thank you very much again, Queen Naturopathic Doctor Jacqueline Warner.
You're welcome, sir.
Really appreciate you, man. Wonderful, wonderful. And so we're just going to find out from anyone if they have any issues when it comes on to meeting platform. Any issue. What is your issue? Let me address the issue first. Any issue, anyone? Oh, so everybody good then. Okay, because the meeting platform is very simple and straightforward, right? They remember we used to have a few things
Dr.
at the
D,
top. Okay, wonderful. Queen Dr. Nadu, go ahead.
thank you. I want to ask why it doesn't save our identity. When you come, you have to go through the same thing. You come as a
It,
guest and you have to put your name again before you join.
Yeah.
it doesn't.
The why my computer or my device doesn't recognize me coming back. All the time I come, I have to come like the first time.
Yeah, you have
Okay,
to put your name every
you have to
time.
put your name because I don't know, your computer didn't save it. I don't know. I know I
It does it
know.
to me also, Dr. Derrick.
Yeah. Well, I know I don't put my name in every time.
You're the host, so it's a difference.
Right. So maybe, but
But every time we come in, we do have to put in our name and we have to join as guests.
right. Well, yes,
Before it wasn't like that.
yeah, you're joining us. Oh, well, for Queen Jacqueline Warner, we have upgraded to 2.0.
I saw
So it
that.
was right. It was meeting. It was just meeting.
Oh, okay.
Now it's meeting 2.0.
That's why it's
So
saying
yes,
you
there's
upgrade
if you notice, the whole interface look different. The entire interface look different from the
from the other
original
one.
when we just
Yeah.
started. All right. So, especially for me, there is a whole lot of different features that I have not even gone through many of
Wow.
them yet. Because when I come in, that what they are saying now, I can actually sell something directly in the meeting platform. Because this is a full business platform.
Okay.
So in other words, everything can be done right here. It's
Okay.
a business platform. So unlike Zoom or others, where you have to direct persons to your website to purchase something if you are in business to sell something, or if you are in business to sell an opportunity or whatever it is. You can do that right here,
Okay.
right here. So it's more a full loaded business platform.
Okay.
You can sign documents, you can send documents, you can receive documents, um, the whole shebang. All right.
So for us to
Um,
upgrade, we will have to download it or install the app.
no, there's no app,
Oh,
no
there's
app,
an app. Oh,
because technically speaking, app is a little more vulnerable to to um to hacking.
hack and spam. Okay.
Yes. So this is full browser. As
Oh,
you well, when we started with meeting, if you know, the when you're on your smart device, your mobile device, then you had to get a, a app,
yes.
right? But now everything works on the browser,
Oh, okay.
doesn't matter what device, and browser is a lot more safer than
Then the app.
app.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with browsers now introduce SSL, that's added security, plus the HTTPS, more security. So it's a lot more security on browsers,
Okay. Awesome.
both Apple and Windows. So it's much more secured than an app. So there's no application anymore. There's nothing to download. You see, the reason, the reason Zoom and those others have app is because also they are on the old system.
Oh, still. Okay.
This is a new. I think that this maybe would be what, if you remember,
Ash.
yes, if you remember, Okanek.
Yep.
This will be where Okanek would be going. I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a lot more features, and the quality
And it's
is a
better.
lot is a lot better, right? So um, everything runs even without sharing your screen. You can still share a lot of things without sharing screen,
Wow.
right? Because when I did this,
Yeah.
when I did
He
this,
was doing that on O Connect.
I don't share on screen yet.
Nope.
This is this is share screen. I have to do this, and then so this would be sharing a screen,
Yeah, when
right?
you
This
go in.
would be sharing screen, right? So I don't need to share screen anymore to
Wow.
do a lot of things. Um, so as you know, this is the mic from the left to right, mic, and if you need to um to change any settings, then you click on the little arrow beside,
Of course.
right? You click on the little arrow beside
Okay.
to 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 edit
No.
the settings.
Yeah.
Then you have your video, you have share screen, you have emojis, and
Hmm.
everybody. using the emojis. All right, you have the layout. So you have active speaker, you have gallery, you have multiple speaker, you have immerse. I don't even know what exactly immerse is, right? And then you have hide
Self from
self
you,
from view. So I can hide myself if I
yourself.
so desire, right? Then you have content. Now, this is a feature that only host and co-host would have content, which brings you to all of these features over
Right.
here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which um, right now is streaming on 3 platforms, something that Zoom cannot do. 3 platforms simultaneously.
Wow.
So I'm streaming on my platform,
Dream
Dr.
team.
Patient's platform, and Canla
Wow.
platform at the same time right now as we speak. I'm
Wow.
streaming and I can stream on more platforms.
Wow.
Things are-
Amazing.
yeah, so it's a lot. And all of these features is inside the system. I don't have to share screen to do these,
Mm, mm,
right?
mm, mm, mm.
Um, Queen Dr. Nadu, um, she comes in when she's a host. When you're a host, you see all of this. So you can actually, as a host or co-host, you can actually click on any one of these and it comes
Okay.
up,
Wow.
right? So that is
Amazing.
why, I'm saying everything in here can share, right? Everything can share. Remember, call to action, something that Okanik was doing.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of this stuff look like it's
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Old
yeah,
Connect.
yeah,
Well, a
yeah.
lot of
But this is what I was talking about now. Seal. I have not really
go into that part
go
yet.
into that as yet, as to exactly what it can do,
Yep.
right? So I soon explore that,
Wow.
and then it gives me also
To set up your meetings and so forth.
what it gives me is all of these
Your
features to
home, your
set up
room.
my meeting. This is the background of the meeting that we are in. So if you notice, I can change the background on the
Wow.
meeting
Wow.
platform, um, right,
That's
and all of that.
amazing. It has a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a
Oh,
lot. I
you could
haven't
say it's fully loaded, huh?
fully loaded, fully loaded. So I can actually put people as hosts
Host, yeah.
so that they even host the meeting, be a host of the meeting even
Yep.
before they come to the meeting. With Zoom, you have to wait until the person come in the meeting, then you put them as a host.
Yeah.
But now I can make a person a host and
Wow.
all of that
Mm,
before.
mm, mm, mm.
The rooms, calendar, right, recordings, document.
Yep.
It's fully loaded, fully
Yeah, it's
loaded,
fully loaded. It really is.
fully loaded. So,
Wow.
but the features for you to just deal with your mic, deal with your background. Okay,
Background is very important.
background is you click on the little arrow beside the camera, you
Mm-hmm.
scroll down to where it says filters and background,
Backgrounds,
and
yeah.
the arrow, and then you are able to change the
To different backgrounds.
to different background. So you just click on upload if you
And
have
you add more. Yeah.
want to upload, and this is the same. That part is the same.
Yeah.
But what I'm noticing, some people don't have this upload image. Don't know why.
Mm.
But they come with some preloaded ones.
Yeah,
But
already.
it's just like normal.
Yeah, that's
That
normal.
part, that part is normal. So basically, that is it. It's a lot more user friendly. You just have one toolbar at the bottom now, and with a more button to raise your hand, etc., etc. So
Breakout rooms,
it's
all that. That's awesome.
it's breakout room, um, poll. Everything is the same and in respectful of that. But it have a lot of other features, especially for the hosts and co-hosts. So basically that is it. It's a quick and easier feature for guests, right? Everything is right there on the toolbar. Bam, 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 and you finish. Good to go. All right. Any questions? Any comment on the quick onboarding? Any comment? Any question?
Are you
Anybody?
a part of a meeting team?
If I'm a part of a meeting team,
Mhm.
I'm not sure what you
Like a
mean.
partner of a meeting?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Uh-uh. No. I just um I just try to get familiar with what I'm using at all times. Anything I'm using, I try to get familiar with it. That's all. All right.
We're going past our time. It's beyond for all, you know.
Okay, yeah, man. So we're ending now. All right. All right. Thank you all very much. Just-
We are waiting for the
All right.
announcements.
Okay. Um, so just take a quick look. For those who still on Victory with Ash, the if you don't look in there for a little while now, then the last update up in Victory with Ash, if you haven't looked in a little while, is August 7th, which is last week Friday. Well, no, not last week Friday, sorry. Last week Friday, the 7th, right, yeah. Right. Last week, Friday was the last update. So if you haven't been there since Friday, Ash is saying that the educational part is going to start this month, basically, and then we'll move into another phase, the other phase. So if you want to look and read exactly what it is saying,
Yeah,
it's
the seven.
August 7th in the news, in the update section, or in the news section, right? So you
A
can take
letter
a look
from
at it
Ash.
and read it. But in summary, it is us saying that he's going to kick it off in August. And there is a lot of updating in on the platform itself, and you can actually see that there's a lot of updates. And the circle, your circle is unlimited now. There's no cap.
No
The
cap.
last cap was, I think, 1,000. So it is now unlimited. It doesn't matter how many people you want to invite to get on the platform. You can just invite. All right. So basically, that is it. All right. So thank you all very much for making it meeting on meeting on deep dive globally changing life. Really appreciate. Enjoy your weekend. On Sunday, it will be Dream Team at 12:45 p.m. and it will be a presentation done by Dr. James Clark. Um, and he is also a naturopathic doctor. So if you can make it on Dream Team at 12:45, please be there. And then next week we'll do it all over again. Mindset Monday on Monday, and Deep Dive Tuesday and Thursday, all at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So thank you all very much for being here, and especially those on the meeting, on the YouTube channels. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you joining us, and those who will be joining us for the replay. Um, Thank you, and I appreciate it. And so at this time, we are going to turn things over to none other than
Who is ready?
Queen.
She's
Queen.